Hi guys, I just finished watching Chinese drama called Rainbow in the Memories. This drama helped me to understand how this world works. This world never ever stay the same, always keeps changing. Like for example, when you have a long-last friendship that it will last forever, but all of a suddenly this person decided to move to different states without telling you, or something even dramatic happen in your life, like a death in your family, and this death had changed your whole expectation in life, turned your life upside down to 360, and you don't know how to solve it. This drama helps you to deal with this, how to go through life crisis, and give us tips to how to handle it. So that's the reason why I decided to make this video for you guys. So let's get started. What this drama is about. This drama is about two classmates that is know each other for a very long time, and they may have a promises for each other saying that this friendship will last forever. But no idea, after they make this promise, one of the classmates have a dramatic life crisis that had turned this friendship upside down. The classmate have a life crisis is a death in a family is his dad. This classmate and his dad is very close to each other. He knows the death will come sooner or later, but when it actually happens, it turns his life crisis upside down because he had no idea this emotion is so devastating. He had no idea how to handle it. He thought he could handle it before the death, but when it actually happens, it's more than he thought it would be. After this life crisis, he had made a decision that he didn't want any loved ones come close to him because he thought that if this loved ones died like his dad, he had no idea how to handle it the second time. So that's why he decided to break up with this classmate. So he didn't want to feel this pain anymore. But after his classmate heard this news, he had a life crisis on his own. When they make this promise, it stuck in him for so long. This promise is come true. He will keep it. But because they know each other for a very long time and there's nothing happened between this friendship. And they thought it will last forever and stay forever. But I had no idea the world had changed so much under their feet, and they haven't prepared this life crisis in this friendship because this happens the very first time. So they haven't prepared if this disaster comes to them. His classmate begged his friend to stick with this promise, but the more he begs, the more his friends step out because his emotion is not there anymore because he can't figure out what's going on and he don't know what next step he needs to do with his life. No need time to figure out himself. So that's the reason why he decided to let go of his friendship and don't want to burden his friend because his friend had his own life to deal with. He have his career, he have his family, he have his life to go, and he don't want to burden his life with this person. Do you think there's a good choices for him to decide to break with this friendship or not? For me, I think it's the best way for him right now because he has to figure out what next in his life and figure out to handle it and give us time for each other to spread apart and figure out what next step and give us time to figure out our emotionals, our futures, our plan and our path later down life. I think this friend is a mature way to think because this way he had time for himself and the person had time for himself. So when and nobody has to like worry each other because they have their own path, their own reason to go through. But for me, there's no right way and one way to go, because in those situations, no matter how the emotion goes or how they think, what the best way to go the next step. If they hit the wrong directions, it's okay, but not okay to hit dark point and stay there. Because in my experience, when I fall into a dark pit, it's best way to stand up and get out. Because even if not, there's a bunch of sins, a bunch of evil push you down, because during that time our strength is so low, no energy to push us out. But during that time we need to figure out another energy in a world called God. If you believe there's God in our world, we can use God's strength to put us out from the pit, because put ourselves out of the pit and we don't have enough strength, because the evils and the bad situations can put us out. So we need an extra strength out there to put us out. As you know, that is God, because God have enough strength, enough power to put us out. If you believe that, we will be saved and we are in a better world, a better strength than before. Because I remember there's a Bible I read saying this, that when you use God's strength, He will put us out and put us in different path and a more stronger path than before. This makes me feel less worried and less pressure on me, because we can use God's strength and God's path, because God knows which path is best for us. If we don't know, God knows who we are, know our path, and know our ways. So if you believe God can do that for us, we are set. We are more stable than before. Back to the drama. If the classmate have time for himself and can figure out what he wants in his path, and later in the future he is more mature and more understanding and more stable than before. So this time he can find his friend again and keep his promise, what he said before. But what I understand through this drama is that I need to believe that there's a faith between each other. If there's a spiritual connection with each other, down the line or in the future, they will come together again if there's a spiritual connection with each other. You can find your friend after 10 or 20 years after your life crisis, because there's a spiritual connection through that. In this time, you figure out that there's no connection with this friend, no matter how hard you find, no matter how you want this connection together, it won't work. Also, this drama helped me to understand that this world is not under our control, because we can't dream, we can promise, we can jot things down on our board or on a notebook. God only one can make it happen. We can dream about it. We have no strength and no power to make it come true. Only God can promise to us the promised land. We have to believe that God will make that promise come true. And on us that we have to hope ourselves that we have the strength, we have the courage to go forward with this promised land. And trust in God that He can have the strength, have the courage to push us towards that promised land. The promised land is like a goal in the future. If you don't have any goal in the future, we won't go forward to ourselves, because we don't have any pull, any like excitement or motivation to push us out from our daily life or our to do. Right now is we have to trust His words and we have to push us out, follow His words, and do what He needs to do. Also, this reason why this world we need to fight what we want to have, because if we don't fight ourselves, nobody can give us. So through this drama is that if this life crisis happens us, It gives us a different light, it gives us a different strength to find a different path for us how to make this better and make us become more mature to ourselves, because this world is always changing. We can't stay the same, because life always pushes us forward, not stabilize or comfort zone. We need to go further than before. So we need to use God's strength for that if you want to further our life. All in all, this drama help us, give us tips before we have this drama. Give us a head start of what to do, what to handle, what we think, how we act in this situation. It's good for someone who haven't received any life crisis yet. So this drama help us, give us a better hand when we have this situation in our hand. Why this drama or why this dramatic happen in our life, give us more calm, give us more ideas or any extra strength for us to handle it. That's all for today, folks. And I'm Corinne. Thanks for watching. Bye.